to Andy and Dave Daily right here on the Muskegon channel. I'm Andy O'Reilly. There's Dave Cackley back after a week away.
Week plus a day.
Thank you for all the texts of, oh, I miss you. I wish you were here. Be my friend. I get it.
Dude, I barely, it's like,
I know.
he's on vacation. I'm going to let him relax, let him do his thing, let him, take his cruise with his lady.
So let's give you the Cliff Notes version of the story. I'll make it quick because, nobody, who wants to hear that, right? We get there to Vancouver, beautiful city, the most incredibly inept people I have ever met dealing with a crowd. It took us 3 to 3.5 hours to get on the boat going through the Vancouver port. Their port authority is completely shit. There is no other way of looking at it. We walked through 50 turnstiles minimum for the onboarding process. It was 3 hours. And then a friend of mine, from Alicia, I used to work with hockey. She was getting on a ship the day we came back into port.
Oh, really?
Same exact story. That's Vancouver getting on a ship. Travelers, you've been warned.
If it's just Vancouver or is it all of Canada? I have no interest in.
Here's the thing: the guys from U.S. Customs told me specifically that it's a Canada problem. This is 100% Vancouver's problem, and nobody else has to deal with this other than Vancouver. So, beautiful city, alive with young people and growing huge buildings, and I mean, really cool. But holy cow. The little dump in Alaska we stopped in, or in way up north in Canada, did better than they did, with people volunteering their time. Hey, I'm a volunteer. What can I tell you in the port? And in the second city we stopped in Alaska, we did a little Google search to give you an idea of the, Muskegon's a small stop for cruise ships, right?
Yeah.
Where we stopped, the second place in Canada, Prince Albert, we did a little Google search. Their alternative high school came up number 1 in the search. To give you an idea how small this town is.
God.
I know, right? So, okay, cruise, fine, great. We get back, and as we're coming down the runway in Chicago, we turn our phones back on. Hey, guess what? Your flights to Grand Rapids have been canceled. Huh?
What was the problem?
Some generic, unforeseen operational issue.
Okay.
In other words, our algorithms didn't add up to make this flight worth flying, so you're shanghaied.
Yeah.
Oh, no, we're not. And I'm going to tell you what. I was so pissed. I don't mean unbelievably pissed. I mean pissed. In my mind, it felt like the first 3 songs of a Slayer concert. I was that upset. I was just, I kept my stuff together. I was very calm in my demeanor. Dude, I was ready to just go postal. I was just fit to be tied. So they send us to this room, and they tell us, well, we'll get you home Tuesday night at 9:45.
Tuesday.
That was the best they could do.
2 days?
2 days in Chicago. No. So I get on the whatever, buy your tickets here site. Under $250. We get on a little commuter plane from Chicago to Muskegon, and we're home by 12:30 yesterday.
So you had to pay extra to do that?
Yep. And we got home, got the laundry going and all this stuff, and 1-800-UNITED, we're going to have a little chat.
Honestly, if it were me, I just would have stayed in Exeter, because they have to set you up in the hotel for 2 days.
They're
doing that.
But who cares?
And they have to.
You know what? I don't need the comforts of a hotel in the suburbs of Chicago to get more out of my vacation. I need to get the hell back here and get back to work.
Okay, well, that's a good attitude to have. I just would have stayed the extra day. That's just
no. I made the call, so they're gonna reimburse us for the flight cancellation.
Oh, that's good.
And then with these new rules that are coming in, there has to be compensation for lost work time. There has to be compensation for the flight that we had to pay for. There has to be so dude, you know what?
You could end up profiting off this.
We're gonna run up the bill.
There you go.
Because you know all these advertisers that run right down here. Hey, they all got missed yesterday.
Yes, exactly. So
right. Andy's car payment. Thank you, United.
Mm.
But anyway, how'd things go for you? You good?
Yeah, fairly uneventful. You know, didn't really do much. Just hung out with the kid all weekend.
Yeah.
That was fun.
We had.
And it was amazing. This was what was amazing though, because Max, whenever I have him for the weekend, he brings his Xbox and his monitor over. He never got that out once. We were outside. It was such a nice weekend. We were outside playing basketball, throwing the football around, literally like all weekend. So it was nice. It was cool.
That's cool. We did we did some whale watching on the ship. I think though
you saw actual whales.
We did. I think though that they only let the village idiot whales out because you know you see whales on TV and they're majestic and they're like this. Ours look like that guy that shows up at the bar at like 9:45. Hey, everybody, it's me.
The Otis whale.
Well, more like the who's the weirdo drunk on The Simpsons? Barney.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Hey, everybody! Okay. So our whales are kind of like jumping half out of the water, and they're like, I want the big majestic whales. I didn't get those.
Yes. So it's okay. Overall, though, good vacation.
Yeah.
Relatively restful.
Alaska's beautiful. Coming back in, huh?
Did you feel was it a restful? Was it a nice vacation, or did you feel like you had to do stuff every day?
No, I didn't feel that way, but I did feel remarkably overstimulated.
Okay.
It's very difficult for me to, and I'm not saying this bad, but it's very difficult for me to be in a group like that and watch the colors, the languages, the customs, the different ways people interact, and try to put it all together. It's wonderful and it's great and I really enjoy it, but to try and make up a story for everybody that walks past you as they do, it's like, what's that guy like? What's that guy like? Oh, it's just way too much.
So it was just too much coming in.
Too much coming.
A little overwhelming at times.
It was. It really was.
But a great experience. But overall, a great experience.
Yes.
This is what I keep telling Max, because Max has got a European vacation with his mom and his grandma and grandpa, and they're it's a big thing. They're going to Europe with his cousin's band has got a European thing, so they turned into this whole family vacation.
Nice.
And he's not at the age really where he appreciates it yet, and then he's going to miss out on going to like my friend's cottage over the 4th. But I keep telling him, like, you're gonna see. This is the thing. This is what I'm talking. Well, here's the thing. You got to think about this like a 13-year-old. He wants to hang out with his buddy at the cottage. And I said, look, listen, you're going to have plenty of time to do all that. All those experiences are eventually going to run together. This is like a once-in-a-lifetime trip.
Right.
Even if you have a shitty time,
right,
it's going to be an experience that you're going to tell and retell for decades.
Yep.
No matter how it goes. And you may end up having a great time. Who knows? It'll be a great experience. Now, I'm glad he gets to do this because I have zero interest in ever going to Europe under any circumstances ever. I don't like to travel. I don't like to go north of Kent County. So this is, I'm glad for him that he gets to do this and I don't have to take it.
If you played your cards right, you could have probably muscled your way in on that trip.
I have no interest.
Well,
zero.
Just saying.
None. I can't. I have, to me, that feels like an excursion that would just be hanging out there. I wouldn't get out of it what most other people get out of international travel. I just don't care.
I get it.
I don't care.
I get it. My dad's that way too. I was telling my mom and dad the stories yesterday, and my dad's like, "That's why I ain't going any goddamn."
Yeah, I totally. I feel like I identify with your dad more than I identify with you sometimes. Just because
we're getting that old. We're really turning into
I know.
that.
And I'm easy. I enjoy it.
Yeah.
I enjoy not caring and not wanting to go anywhere or do anything.
Well, perfect. Well,
I get a weird enjoyment on it.
I'll tell you honestly, I missed you. It's great to be back, and we're ready to rock.
All right, let's get
at least
back
until
at
we
it.
go back to the Mayo Clinic next week.
Yeah. Then we'll get a nice little. Or we can still do the show from whatever room you're staying in. That's fine.
It'll be a little difficult.
We'll see.
We'll see.
All right, whatever. We'll roll with it.
All right.
The White House and Congress could strike a deal to raise the debt ceiling in exchange for budget cuts. President Biden is set to meet with House Speaker Kevin McCarthy today in an attempt to negotiate a deal. That deadline is June 1st to avert defaulting on the nation's $31 trillion debt. This is always pushed to the brink, and it always ends up they'll reach some sort of deal and it'll raise the debt. Wouldn't it be great if we could all raise our own debt ceilings?
I'd love that.
Let's launch that up a little bit. I don't know. We're again, I've used this analogy before. 18-year-old with its first credit card. That's the United States. That's what we are.
It's just I heard one over the weekend. I never heard or over the last week. Vancouver, British Columbia. You know what BC stands for?
What?
Bring cash. Because they are not kidding. Vancouver is expensive.
Good Lord. What else is going on? Hey, the Writers Guild of America is still on strike. The work stoppage is now in its second week. The Guild represents 11,500 screenwriters. Contract negotiations with studios, streaming services, and networks have failed. Bottom line, nobody cares.
Good.
Is
no,
anybody
they do.
breathlessly waiting in anticipation for the next episode of Bob Hart's Abishola?
Oh,
we don't care.
Right.
Okay, first of all, most of us are watching streaming services anyway,
right?
And all the shows are out there. I'm never going to be able to watch all the shows that I don't care about anyway.
Right.
I'm not going. I mean, it's this strike is not going to end well for the writers. I don't think.
Here's the thing, though. And here's where you need to change your way of thinking. I agree that it's probably not going to be their best day. But for what we're facing right now, and I thought about this last night because I was trying to unwind and watch some TV and all this stuff. But for what we're facing right now, people need to be on the writer's side on this. And I'll tell you why. The amount of money that's coming in has probably doubled or tripled for even over cable. Even when we were paying for cable, I would be willing to bet that the amount we're paying for content now has gone through the roof. Prime, Netflix, Peacock, take your pick, whichever one you want. Second of all, people should get paid for their work, and they're not being paid adequately at all. Everything you see on TV right now is trash. They're paying trash prices for entertainment, with the exception of the streaming services. And we're getting garbage, and they're putting out garbage.
Yeah, we are
pay them better
garbage.
And get a better product.
So
pay them better and get a better product. Well, let me finish. And then my third point is this AI stuff that's coming out as content.
Boom.
We got to hit the brakes on this right now, and I'm going to tell you why.
That I agree with.
We got everything that comes out content-wise that's generated by AI needs to have a disclaimer on it, simply because of this. I was watching a show last night about India. I was looking into the history of India. It was nothing other than stock footage with a voice-generated narration over the top of it. And, okay, if you want to have a nice slideshow presentation and talk about Vimanas from India or, however their 200 gods were, whatever. Okay, great. I'm interested. I want to hear that. However, if we start relying on just stock footage and somebody's typed narration with a robot voicing it, the way history can be manipulated quickly is a remarkable danger. It can already be done, and it already has been done. But if we just rely on what's already been filmed and the stories that have already been taken and start digging into this AI stuff without a warning, we're up shit creek without a paddle in a big hurry.
I totally agree.
So
the problem is 2 points. One, they're going to keep creating shit because most of the stuff you see on TV and we've seen on TV over the years, if you really want to analyze it objectively, most of it's hot garbage.
Yeah.
Okay. The average writer makes about $62K a year. I'd say they're probably overpaid for the most part. I think they are because for what you get, for what you get from what they create. But your AI point is well made. And even though it's like, even guys like Elon Musk are saying, hey, we got to put a pause on this. We don't know what we're creating. We don't know. It's too late. The point is, it's too late. We were talking about this going back to the fear that truck drivers are going to lose their jobs with self-driving cars and everything. And now it's gone beyond that. They're talking about, diagnosticians, actual doctors are going to end up losing their jobs because AI is going to be able to diagnose stuff way faster than any individual doctor can. Mm-hmm. Okay, you're still going to need probably surgeons to perform operations, but this is going to affect everybody. It's going to affect every single job. And how do we go about compensating people? You're right. This is 100%. We need to put the brakes on it. We're not going to. There's no stopping this now. The toothpaste is out. We're not putting it back in.
I'm not asking for a stop in this situation. What I'm asking for is content warning. People need to be told that this has been generated by artificial intelligence, and that's where the creative process stopped. And from there, they need to judge what they want to consume as an individual. I'm telling you right now, this was a 2-hour movie, and it was nothing other than stock footage that I could go and buy.
Yeah.
Well, actually, I do buy it. I mean, we use it in some film from time to time.
Yeah,
dude.
News corporations for years have used
think about this
stock footage for stuff.
Think about this. Let's say we're telling a story about the pyramids in Egypt, and we're using stock footage from 5 years ago.
Yeah,
those pyramids could be destroyed, and we'd still be telling the same story. That's no bueno.
No, I totally agree. Yeah. But like I said, let's say you put a word. This is AI. If it's good quality, like you can a Chat GPT, the latest edition or whatever edition you want to go. Maybe 3 could do it, maybe 4. Like if you said, hey, write a Curb Your Enthusiasm episode.
Right.
It could do it.
Oh yeah.
It could do it. This is the thing. All these writers because of what's already out there, and we've got so much entertainment. We're overloaded. You talked about being overloaded with everything on your vacation. We're overloaded with entertainment and programming that's going to go on for years. They could stop making shows now, and I'm not going to get through a third of them in my lifetime. Right. So that's what I'm saying. Is this strike you can be on the writer's side if you want. I'm just saying it's not going to matter because we've already got all this stuff out there. You could just if you're a corporation, if you're a media company, you can wait it out. And it's sad. I hate seeing workers impacted like that. I do.
You can.
I feel
it's not smart money to do it though.
I feel for them. We'll see. We'll see. I don't see any way to stop it.
You and I have lived it. Yeah. If you're a corporation, you can wait it out.
Though.
But guess what? You're cutting your own throat. You're cutting off the lifeblood of your organization, just like radio cut off the farm team coming up through the leagues to be on the radio.
But
they're doing the same thing.
I agree with you, but at the end of the day, the audience doesn't care.
Well,
they don't care. They're just going to consume the content.
Okay.
Anyway, to be continued. Finally, Michigan's Irish Music Festival set for September in Ski Town. The festival featuring 25 bands on multiple stages will commence September 14th through the 17th. Heritage Landing, once again, the venue. I assume you're going to be a major part of that. You being Irish, you being Mr. Muskegon.
I've not. I was there in the early years, and we did remotes and all that stuff to kick it off. But that's really kind of become Bill Marshall's thing, and good for him.
Oh, okay.
So I enjoy it. That's cool. Right. Yeah. Excellent. If they invite me, I'll go. But
all right.
Yeah.
All right. To be continued there as well. Detroit beats Cleveland 6-2. 16-18 on the verge of mediocrity. Way to go, Tiger.
Didn't we have some money?
Tiger fever. Catch it.
I think you owe me $50.
I know. I said they're not going to reach 500 this
year.
I hope I'm wrong on that. But I don't see it. Cubs lose. They fall to St. Louis 3-1. That's sports.
Your ass is grass in jeopardy today because it's maybe not. I read the Oh, and guess what? The weather kid has finals this week. He can't work.
Cram. You can cram it the night before.
Dude.
That's what I did.
It's your junior year in weather class.
You're fine. Come on.
How hard can the final be in bullshit 101?
High pressure, low pressure. Come on, kid.
Hail? Whatever. All right. Historic trails.
Go
600.
Size.
It's the size of a dime. I know what a dime looks like.
We're just kidding. We love the kid.
He's a good
kid.
Giving him. He's going to be an intern at TV8 this year.
I know.
Isn't that awesome?
The competition.
Oh,
better
man.
if he's over here.
And here's the other cool thing. I found another youngster around here that wants to be a storm chaser. So
awesome.
When Colton told me he was taking this week off, I said, good, take the week off, have a good time.
There you go.
But get to TV8 and figure out a way to get this kid in so she can see what the weather department's like.
That would be, have her out chasing tornadoes. 100%.
All right, Historic Trail 600. You can still see the wheel ruts along this 2,000-mile long route used by pioneers heading west to the Willamette Valley.
Route 66.
You are the dumbest.
Wait, what was it? I thought it was a route. What were we doing?
Historic trails. Route 66 is your answer.
Oh, no. That wasn't.
Sorry.
No. Oregon Trail. The Oregon Trail.
600.
The Oregon Trail.
Nope, a little late for that.
It was the Oregon Trail, right?
It was, but you said Route 66.
But I was, damn it.
Sorry, man.
All right, fine.
32,000 in the hole. No,
you get, you get like dysentery on the Oregon Trail.
You did. And you know what? I got that handheld game.
Good for you.
Yeah, when I had my surgery, I bought the Oregon Trail at the Myers over there. So it was fun. Dave Cackley out on a Tuesday. We'll see you back here tomorrow.
See ya.